Greetings, Lisa here, Interdimensional 5D. This channel is for people who operate in the dream time. If you go to sleep at night and you wake up feeling like you've done something, like you've been working and stuff, more than likely you have, and we call that you working for the army of the Lord or you're working for the army of the bad guys. Either way, I'm speaking to you. My theorems are based on Dolores Cannon's work, reading the Bible, and my own personal experiences. So, I have some messages from Spirit today. My first one is, I saw last night, I saw somebody who I'd never seen in the dream time before. I was attacked last night. There's a court case going on, and then the people in the court case belong to covens, and then they decide to attack, who they think is their weakest victim, or I don't know why they do what they do. Since I was in a coven for 15 seconds, felt the bad vibe of it, and split. And that was, I'm going to say his name, Bob Hickman's coven. No way. That was something really weird. Anyway, young man waving at me. After the battle, I go to sleep. Young man waving at me. Hey, I was there. I saw you battle, and he was a very bright light. And so, even though the numbers don't reflect it, because there's a rich person holding me back, my channel is working. I saw it, and I'm going to segue from that young man. Thank you for reaching out to me. That impacted me greatly, and it was wonderful to see you. Don't try to lucid dream, okay? This is a message from Spirit. When you try to lucid dream, you disrupt the natural, organic development of your ability to utilize 5D as technology. It takes your body like the sonic resonancing that you don't necessarily have tinnitus. You just need to learn how to focus the sound and differentiate sound and what you're hearing. Well, the same thing goes with lucid dreaming, okay? Don't try to do it. It will disrupt the natural ability of what you're trying to utilize. And here's how 5D actually sort of kind of works. I'm going to try to explain it as best you can. So we're here in a 3D reality, okay? 5D is the dream time operated by God and people up there in spaceships who Morpheus puts on a helmet, and that's his console, and he watches. And I don't know, there might be more people who do that. I'm not going to ask that question right now. And maybe they're all called Morpheus. I don't know. But they operate the dream time, and they allow things in or out, and they control the situation. And then because there's so many people now knowing how to use elemental forces, there's a disruption in that matrix, and therefore those of us who know we work for the army of the Lord, we're keeping that space clear. Okay, and there's more and more of us going to be there doing that sort of work. I'm the spearhead, fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it. I've been told to do this, so here I am. So we're in 3D. When you force yourself to do lucid dreaming, you're not allowing them upstairs to activate things in your body, balance certain things that need to be balanced, and such forth, and there you go. But think of it as like they portray it in the movies. So if these glasses say, they show it like you're reading stats off your glasses and stuff, it's not too dissimilar from that when you can just differentiate and you go through the organic process of getting into 5D, and then they take you up and down into space, and then you realize you have the awakening of, oh, I do operate in this space and I'm working up there. And you'll have scenes where you remember stuff that you do. When you reach that point, you're going to get to a point where you'll see the Lord Thoth will weigh your heart, and you guys talk about it, and then you know you're on your way. Okay, you have to have that experience. And then you get to start, and it's slow. This is a very slow progress of it's a dream. Oh, I've been in space, and then you go through, and then you'll be able to see where the dead people are, where the angels are, where the ETs are, and then it goes on beyond that. And you can act. It's like little layers in front of you, and you can see. But it takes time to get there, okay? You have to do the work, the sleep, the dream time. They program you when you're asleep. So you need to sleep, and you need to sleep regularly because you do need a certain amount of rest, okay? When Sadhguru talks about he doesn't need much sleep, that's because he's actually active in the dream time. And he maybe only needs 2 hours of actual rest. When we get to this point, our bodies really don't need a lot of functional rest, but we do need it, okay? And sometimes you're going to need it more rest, and sometimes you won't need as much, okay? And as you get older, you don't need as much rest. Know this. This is what they want you to know. Now, this is my second message, so I'm going to go. The second time I did this video, I forgot. So they wanted me to say this. This is important. Evidently, I heard through the spirit pipeline that Mr. Ted Kennedy has seen the ghost of Ethel. Ethel Kennedy. Ethel Kennedy right now is very busy and very active, participating in part of this, whatever it is. I'm not sure what's going on and what the trial is, but she's beating up on somebody called the Bear. I know why she's fighting the Bear, and it's horrific, it's heinous, and Ethel's mad, and well, she should be. And we're there with her. We're there with you, Ethel. Ethel's still functionable. Dead people still work on our behalf. Know this to be true. And what they want you to know, Mr. Kennedy, is all you have to do is talk to her. If you see her again, just talk to her. What do you want, Eth? You know, I don't know what you call her, but or aunt. I don't know if she's an aunt or what she is to you. But she's there to communicate with you, and you might want to just, if you get tired, lay down. She'll communicate with you in the dream time. Okay, Ethel's out here battling with us in behalf of certain aspects of this, whatever it is that's going on. Because really, people, it's weird. Now, the other message they wanted you to know, like, we've been under a lot of attacks, so if you're fighting in this battle and you're at my level and you're doing stuff, they want you to know that pets play an important role throughout time, and they incarnate. And I don't know if they are entities like we are, or what happens, or they decide to stay animals. I don't know all that, okay? But our pets travel with us through time, okay? Know this to be true. They guard us, they protect us, and they actually take the spiritual hits for us. When you speak it with nature in particular, the animals can talk to other animals all around the world even, and you can get communications from them, but they will take the spiritual attacks from them. Now, what that looks like is, when monitoring spirits can get into animals, your animal, if it's loyal to you, which it will be, will act a little erratic, like something's wrong. So if you see your dog, the dog's under duress, and we have 2 dogs here, and they were biting and picking at each other, and generally everybody gets along real well in the dog world here, and they're under spiritual attack. So when you see your animals under duress, and you're at this level that I am, know there's a spiritual attack going on. Cleanse yourself, use your power, call in the angels, do whatever you have to do to see that your animals are not under duress. Our attack was bad. Moose got his paw cut. Okay, we've been attacked really hard because they're trying to nickel and dime us. $600 here, $3,000 there, $2,000 here, and it's working, right? Okay, so that's what they'll do to you if they feel like they can weaken you with money, and they'll use your animals to harm you. But know that your animals are here to protect you. Universal law, love is eternal. So that's that message. Now, the other message is I wrote to the senator or somebody in Alabama about the marijuana laws because I think they're stupid. And Alabama is in a kerfluffle about whether it should sell it or whether it shouldn't sell it. And personally, I felt like the laws were being changed just to get rid of the people who got the CBD source, because we only want certain type of people growing or selling weed. And I think that's wrong, okay? I personally think that's very wrong. And I've had some pretty bad experiences here in Alabama, so I'm not planning on staying. And I wrote that to the senator. But here's what Spirit wants you to know about THC and CBD. First of all, it's my personal opinion that smoking some THC will get rid of COVID syndrome and will keep you, if you get the COVID and you can't stop coughing, if you take one puff of either one, CBD or THC, it alleviates that. You'll cough all that shit out. They don't want you to know that. THC and CBD also protects you from spiritual attacks. Know this to be true. Spirit told me this, and this is part of why I'm not in a mental institution or broken out. I mean, they try to ruin your skin and get you to have a car wreck or fall down the stairs. Well, you know what? Smoking some weed keeps a lot of that spell work away. So know that to be true. They want you to know that. Now, I've got clearance on this from Michael. This is high-end stuff, people, okay? And this will only work for people who work on the good side and are for the army of the Lord. This is information, army of the Lord only. It won't work for you bad guys. You can try, but it won't work. And if it does work, it's for a reason. Michael Stone. Oh, and the other thing is, Michael is a guardian angel. He is not everybody's guardian angel, okay? Everybody has an angel. Everybody has a guardian angel. But not everybody has Michael. I mean, he's there. He might show up, if there's an angel shortage, but not everybody has Michael as an angel. So you will know if Michael's your angel, because he makes you know. Michael's very like, dun, 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 here I am, I'm your angel. He likes to be known, okay? So you will know if this speaks to you, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, his stone is the lapis lazuli stone. Okay, it's blue. It's got stuff and sparkles in it. I don't have his pendulum right here, but he told me the other day, we were talking, and I was ciphering through the dream time, and he said, "Hey, I got something to show you. Go get a stone. I had one out because sometimes I'll sit and talk to him and hold my stone, right?" He says, "Put that on your third eye." And I was looking at Victor Radcliffe. And I put the stone on my third eye, and oh my God, I could see him as clear as a bell. However, it comes out blue. They look blue. I called it Michael's Blu-ray vision because his wings are blue. Yeah, and I got the vision was very clear. So if he wants you to see something and you're doing that remote viewing, and this will only work for the bad guys, I mean the good guys. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, Freudian slip. because the good guys need to look at the bad guys because they're doing some really effed up shit, man. You can't believe the things I see. Anyway, lapis lazuli on your third eye. And they told me if I get to work for a certain organization, they want me to get a snappy little cap and sew on lapis lazuli beads across the border in the front. So, that's from the angels to certain acronym people. Anyway, let's see, I think I said everything I need to say today. CBD, pets, welcome to our newest recruit. And yeah, keep my numbers down because you're just going to pay me more. Thank you. Because it's all being hammered out in court right now. Anyway, no, I think you're amazing and I absolutely love you and I hope this helped you all today. Peace out, everybody, and be kind.